That's the best sounding elevator music I ever heard.
Last week, I reviewed a Sonic Boom episode that was actually good. So good, in fact, that it actually toppled BDFF.
Best dino friends forever!
Yeah, try to wrap your head around that. Then again, Dino Posse is rather shitty, and can only be enjoyed ironically, so what do I know? Today, however, we're gonna blow that episode out of the water.
Having made its debut 2 episodes prior to our previous target, Dr. Eggman's Tomato Sauce was an episode my co-writer Robbie Walker has begged me to review since we started homing in our attacks on the show to begin with. And I figured I might as well get my piece out there since it is one of the few episodes Random actually enjoyed. Oh, you remember Random, one of my idols in creative writing and the reason why my review of Late Night Wars is an actual thing?
Ladies and gentlemen, the mob, time to riot loose with a fandom arson of Sonic Boom Episode 18, Eggman's Tomato Sauce. Belts up, gang. We're about to land.
The episode begins with Tails installing a stereo in his plane as Sonic strolls on by with the rest of his pals to ask him to join them at the local Met Burger.
You spend way too much time with that plane.
It's like he loves it. Do you love your plane, Tails? Do you love it?
Well, Tails does need a helping hand to, work the shaft if he needs to.
Tails reluctantly agrees to follow Sonic and his crew, but only to collect more parts for his plane. And guess who they find selling tomato sauce?
Free samples! Get your free samples here! Step right up and try the zestiest, lip-smackingest flavor extravaganza ever to hit your taste buds!
Uh-oh, this isn't good.
So Sonic goes and does his thing, yeah, but Eggman states that the sauce isn't part of any evil scheme. Shocking, right?
Here, I'll try some myself. See? Harmless and delicious. You try.
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
Well, looks like I finally found Sonic the Hedgehog's weakness. He's scared of tomato sauce.
Actually, it's that Sonic cannot swim for beans. But that's not really the point here, is it?
Point is, his taste buds are taken for a ride, and Tails goes to analyze the sauce for any devious tricks Eggman might have up his sleeve, all based solely on assumption. And you all know the saying Robbie says about these things.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Whoa, don't set the bar too high. Not everybody is cut out for the big time. Just look at that Sonic the Hedgehog guy. Whatever happened to him? Is he still a thing?
If this year's E3 excites, he might be again. Sonic's watch appears to be on the fritz, as well as Knucks' headphones, Amy's artifact tracker, Styx' flashlight, and Tails' plane. I wonder why.
So, Dr. Eggman, you're a successful supervillain. Why the switch to celebrity chef?
Besting Sonic week in and week out had become tedious. It was time for a real challenge.
I've heard worse career challenges for supervillains. Isn't that right, Donald Trump?
In just a few short weeks, I've gotten cans of Eggman's tomato sauce into every home and business in town. But Sonic and his friends assumed I poisoned the tomato sauce. Can you believe that?
Considering the corporate establishment of the world, I'd be in the right to be skeptical too. But it turns out that it's not the sauce that he was using in the scheme, but the cans that was containing them. That's actually a pretty interesting twist on the scheme.
They all laughed when I said our appliances would turn against us. But who's laughing now?
You?
Why would I be laughing? This isn't funny. You got a sick sense of humor.
Just wait till you see Sonic Dreams Collection.
After an admittedly sweet fight sequence, we find Tails confronting his plane. Dun dun dun.
You guys go on and stop Eggman without me. I'm gonna stay back and save my plane.
Good luck. Do you love your plane, Tails? Do you love it?
Sonic and company show up sans Tails to square off against Eggman with a fancy new junk robot.
Oh, now I get it. You should try it. Lair-grown spices really make a difference.
And I'll be the first to admit this. The way they use Nux here is a brilliant use of a new character design. A major leap forward from his illiteracy in My Fair Stixie. Tails struggles to regain control of his plane, and Sonic and company struggle to tear apart the mech as it keeps pulling itself back together again.
Face it, you blue-haired blockhead. I've got this thing in the bag.
Tails soars in his fixed airplane to snatch the remote and deactivate the mods Eggman's cam plant laid out all across Bygone Island.
You may have won this round, but no matter. I've got a warehouse full of thousands more of these evil robotic cans of sauce.
Awkward.
Conclusion.
I honestly cannot believe it. This episode is actually the closest to the whole action-adventure angle the show advertises itself being aimed towards that I've seen in the 0.7 years we've been reviewing this show. The choreography of the fight sequence was decent, the jokes hit hard and fast, and the characterization's top-notch, and you can easily say that Alan Denton and Greg Hahn have proven themselves to be the best fit for the Sonic franchise going forward out of all the writers. It doesn't grind meticulously to a halt like late fees or desecrate what little canon there is with the Sonic franchise like Tails' Crush. So yeah, it's safe to say that I highly recommend it. This is an episode that was made by people who, actually care about these characters. Why is it so hard to find people like them nowadays?
Show 'em.
Oh yeah, that's why. One look at the chart and it exceeds Hedgehog Day and both of the charts it's on. So if that ain't something from Sonic Boom the fans should be grateful for, I don't know what is.
Speaking of fans, there's this fan make of a particularly terrible episode that we reviewed one time. One that we declared to be the death knell for the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. And he's offered to be a guest on a certain review show. If only I were the host. Oh, wait, I am the host! Ladies and gentlemen of the mob, thanks for riding loose with our fandom arson. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and as always, good fight, good night, and stay frosty.
I'm at Comic-Con!
Flash.
Okay, Elmo, I see the stop sign. I need to see. Okay, don't worry, Elmo. I'm not on the octagon. Elmo, ow! Now, octagon has 8 fantastic sides, 8 awesome angles. Come on, let's go find an octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen of the mob, time to riot loose with our fandom arson of Sonic Boom Episode 18. Dr. Eggman's Tomatoes. Well, Tails does need a helping hand to... Hey, speaking of fans, there's this fan remake about... Well, Tails does need a helping hand to, There's this fan make of a particularly terrible episode we reviewed one time. There's this fan make of a particular episode we reviewed, there's this fan-made episode... Well, Tails does need a helping hand to, work the Belts up, gang. We're about to land.